Look, when I get back, I'll make it all right. You can survive 3 days without me. I have to go now. I have things in New York that are falling apart, and if I don't go, I may lose everything that I've ever worked for. I may lose everyone that I've ever...
What if you miss 5 minutes of sanity we have with her? After all this,
There's this thing in New York, this menacing, ominous thing called a blacklist, and I don't want to end up on it. I'm too young. I promise I'll be back in 3 days.
It'll never happen.
Here's a credit card. It has no limit. Pay a painter. Pay someone to finish the costumes. Pay...
Whatever.
3 days, Sadie. You're a strong woman. You come from an incredible gene pool. You can handle this blindfolded.
What if she dies?
Then she'll see your work on opening night. Look, I wouldn't be going if I didn't think that... I'm going to stop by the hospital on my way to the airport. Carlos is making Thanksgiving dinner for 50 of Blythe's employees. The house will be filled with people again.
Everyone but you.
I'll tell you what, I've been thinking. We can't keep doing theater in the girls' gym. When I get back, we'll hire someone to build a new theater. We'll call it the Blythe Snyder Memorial Theater. That's the best idea I've ever had in my life.
I'm going to Boise State in the fall with my friends.
No, not Boise. What about New York? I can get you into NYU. New York is an incredible place. You'd love it there. You can do anything you want in New York. Sell the ranches. Think of all the money you'll inherit. Leave this place. Become a director. You'll find out how nice it is to tell everyone else what to do. I have this little symbol of my success. His name's Marty. Smarty pants. It's nice, you should get one. Look, we can't pay for a theater if I don't go to New York. Now, get started on the trees right away, and when you get a chance, finish the program or hire somebody to do it.
Okay.
I made you a list. Follow it. Get a photographer. Make it nice.
Okay.
Oh, and run Act 2 twice a day at least.
Okay.
Follow the list, okay?
Okay. Please don't go.
Sadie? Forgot my bag.
I am not through with you, young lady.
It's not about you, Mom. It's not always about you. I've worked my butt off to try and keep my grades up and to do well on my tests so I can get out of this hole. Do you think NYU accepts kids from Blackfoot, Idaho every day? They don't.
And just how are you going to pay for New York University? You could get a degree at Boise State in the same amount of time for a nickel on the dollar.
You could bring Brazil out of debt, Mother. Haven't you always talked about us going to the best theater schools? Haven't you always told your friends how someday we'll be famous? Oh, someday my daughters will have an Oscar. You think they're gonna fly over and drop one down in a field of cows? Here's your Oscar. Oh, way to go, Boise State! I'd like to thank the Academy of Potato Sciences.
You are so dramatic.
I learned from the best.
If you leave the ranches, your father's dream will die.
I've got news for you. He's dead. I killed him, remember? He doesn't dream anymore. Gosh, why didn't I die in that accident? I'm the one who's always wanted out. Just sell this place, Mother. Ray City in Florida. He isn't here to hold us back.
I just think you should study closer to home.
You liar. I don't know why you feel the need to lie to me now. For my entire life, you've been telling me too much. Fix your hair. Why are you wearing that? The costumes are horrible. The lighting sucks. You could do better, Audrey Jane. Maybe we could just turn the barn into a theater. We could put on little skits there. Have our own little community theater. That's just what the whole town would expect of the daughter of the town weirdo. The turban-wearing town weirdo. Hey, we could open with Aladdin and costume the entire thing with your closet. That would save me a whole lot of time.
We're gonna head back to the school now. Thanks for the costumes, Miss Snyder. My mother will inventory everything and let you know what we'll need. Mrs. Snyder, for what it's worth, I'm really excited for Pirates of Penzance. And I've always loved your turbans. Do you want us to stick around, Aunt?
No,
You didn't audition.
What's the point?
You always audition.
And I never get cast.
It would be a waste of your talent. Without you, we could not have these little skits. I need you. You don't need me.
I needed you to cast me. Just once.
I was protecting you. I know you can't see it right now, but someday you'll look back and thank me for giving you so much responsibility. Do you think NYU accepts kids from Blackfoot, Idaho every day? You're welcome.
Who said I ever needed protection? Apparently Annie never needed any responsibilities either.
She didn't have that in her. Do you see any mail coming back from colleges for Annie? Look, you know more about the theater than I do, but I know my daughters. And do you want to hear the truth? You aren't leading girl material. Save yourself a lot of time and humiliation. Stay on the ranch. New York is a big, ugly town that swallows young girls like you alive.
No, girls like you. Is that it? That's it, isn't it? You don't want me to have what you never had. Well, I'm sorry they don't put pregnant teenagers' names up in lights on 42nd Street. I didn't make your mistakes. Why are you punishing me for yours?
Enough! Stop it. I will not stand here and listen to my daughter call herself a mistake.
You owe me 5 minutes of your precious time. You gave thousands of kids more attention than you ever gave me. Now you will listen to me before I leave this house forever. I never got credit for all the work I did to make your life easier. You never cast me in shows because you didn't want me to know what it was like to take a bow.
So you hid me away backstage, put headphones on me, and let me pretend to be in charge. Blythe, darling, Annie was amazing. Oh, well, she worked so hard. Someday she'll be famous. Not once did you mention that I sewed the costume.
I hung the posters. I built the show from the lumberyard up.
I missed my senior prom because the lights weren't ready for the musical.
You gave me a miter saw for Christmas last year. I am the only girl in Blackfoot, Idaho who is better suited to work at Home Depot.
I made mistakes.
Don't speak!
This letter says I have been accepted to study at NYU. One day, people will know my name and appreciate all that I do. And now you're telling me to head out to the barn and start hanging lights? Would you love me then? Because if it would make a difference, I would stay.
You're all I have.
That's not what I asked. But thank you for constantly reminding me that I screwed that up too.
Everything here is a constant stabbing reminder. Your cruelty is exceeded only by your inability to love.
Get out of my house.
Thank you. I will.
Please don't go.
Look, about the phone call this morning. I didn't think Jack was gonna be such a jackass about it.
Hey, I'm his bread and butter girl, remember? I just thought we were closer, that's all. He just wants to arch his back and hiss for a while, and until I get my way, I'm going to let him. For the record, I am here to explain my season to the board, talk to marketing and design, And then I'll need a return flight back to a bunch of very stressed out teenagers who are trying to put on a show without their teacher. We will revive Othello, Streetcar, and South Pathetic with panache, and live another year wallowing in our mediocrity. Talk fast and point me in the right direction. We are okay, Marty.
Are we? Because I'm so sorry.
You were just doing your job. We may have a lot of awards for what we do, but when you peel back the skin, really, we're just a farm girl from Idaho and her assistant, right?
Did you at least get to talk to your mother?
No, Martin. We didn't get a chance to hold hands around a fire and sing Kumbaya. I saw her, but the only recognizable thing about her is that she threw a bowl at me. Which reminds me, will you send her an obscenely expensive bouquet of red roses? That's very theatrical.
The woman is dying, not opening a show. What if she dies while you're out here? It must be bad if you agree to talk to Jack just to avoid Blythe. What I want to know is, if she no longer has memories, if they're erased and all that, why are you hanging on to them?
What are you, talk radio? I'm not hanging on to anything. I've moved on, see? I've come back to claim my rightful position as the queen of revivals. Let's stop talking about this. Just send her flowers and make it huge. Let it remind her of my success.
Her or you?
What? I am a Tony Award-winning director.
You say that like it's a fluke.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I earned that award.
It was a bad year for revivals. You got lucky. Don't tell me you don't secretly
Are you
wonder
kidding
it.
me? Because I could have sworn that you just told me that my Tony was a fluke.
Fluke. Fluke. That's what I said. Who told me once, getting a Tony for a revival is like getting an award for restarting your car after it's run out of gas?
What are you trying to do, Marty?
I'm only telling you what you already know.
How dare you?
I dare. Today, I dare. I've been seeing this shrink, Audrey, and she thinks it's about time I let you in on the truth.
Go ahead. Out with it.
I'm trying to decide which part of the truth I'm brave enough to tell you.
So there's quite a bit of information that you've kept
I
from
was
me.
protecting you. It was for your own
You
good.
are not my mother. I am perfectly capable
Jack
of...
doesn't think you can handle the Izuka because it's far too creative a concept. It's true, Audrey. You are not an artist.
What? What kind of crap
I
has
felt
Jack
it
been
too,
feeding
Audrey.
you?
I know what good art is. Artists have feelings. You run from your feelings. An artist feels it in their heart and in their gut, and their emotion creates the piece. You are good at what you do, but you are a scientist, not an artist. You figure these little formulas, lists, and rules. Artists don't have rules.
I have too much on my plate right now, Marty. Please
Artists
don't
are
go on.
inspired and elevated to levels you can only dream of reaching because you can't even look up. You're so burdened by this load named Blythe. When are you gonna make it right and forgive her? When are you gonna make it right and forgive yourself? When can we move on?
We are so done.
You complain that you're the queen of revivals, but isn't this ironic? You are so good at recreating the past on stage and keeping it fresh and alive. But you are dead inside, Audrey. I'm tired of you like this. I'm tired of me like this. You've got to move on. We've got to move on. I know how to do what you do.
Then go, Marty. You don't have to squalor in my mediocrity one more minute. I know how to do things without you, too.
Jack offered me my own show.
To direct?
So shocked.
Not shocked. A little shocked.
I don't need your season. I need you. I'd give up this whole business if you'd buy a grocery store and raise a bunch of kids on a farm in Des Moines with me. Well, there it is.
Did you say all those horrible things about me to get me to quit directing?
No. No, that was the truth.
Oh. I'm so confused. When did you...
In 1989, and then again in 96, and well, I've been pretty committed to it since 2002. So when you went to see your mom, Audrey, I quit. Go ahead, look in my office. not a paperclip in the drawers.
I thought you were just redecorating.
Come to Des Moines with me. For me. I was too optimistic.
No, Marty, you don't.
Is she here, old man?
Yep, she's here. She's got your stuff. She'll be right in. You've got a career to defend. Go get him. Snyder Productions for the last time. Oh, hi. Yes, this is Marty. She just went into a meeting and she won't be out for a while, I'm afraid. Can I take a message? Sadie Snyder. Concerning Blythe? What happened to Blythe? I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. I'll see that she comes home for it. I'll make it right. What? Yes. I'll make it right.